I'm in Tampere. Just leaving, for me, the first visit to the fairly new Nokia Arena where I just attended the morning of Smart City Expo with our very dear partner and client, Smart City Innovation Cluster. Been a good start for the week. Yesterday was a great strategy workshop with a new account for Norders. Get to start already with the strategy, brand design, web design, CRM implementation. I love the beginning of a new relationship when everyone is so hopeful and happy. Not to say that things won't continue that way, but there's something really magical in the beginning of a new relationship. I think when it comes to business or love life. This morning I was supposed to go for a run before coming to Tampere, but last night wasn't my best when it comes to getting proper sleep, so slept in and drove to Tampere this morning. Spent the morning at the expo, checked out, everything was going smooth. I think there was more of a diplomatic visit from me. The team was working on their magic there. We had Emin, Riika and Katarina from our team taking photos, interviewing guests. Really tight event. Everything looked really good. So I felt very confident and happy to start my journey back home and now go for an afternoon run before picking up Emilia from daycare. Tomorrow we have the management team meeting. If you have watched my previous 2 vlogs, you are certainly aware that Norders company is going through some iteration rounds and changes, and we've been now working more closely than before with the board on finding a common ground and a common vision. And tomorrow we have the management team meeting with Julia, Sonia, Emin, Rani and Johannes to go through what has been now discussed thus far with the board. Everything's pretty clear in my head where I want to take the management team, but now when I started saying that out loud, I realized I haven't really prepared that much. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's a good thing, so it'll be transparent and open. I'll give them an honest brief of what's going on. There's really no big surprises there for anyone, no secrets, no sudden moves, no big changes in that sense. What's been now defining inside of me is that the values I really want to start highlighting. We've tried implementing OKRs, KPIs and goals, short term, long term, so many times. I did Norders LinkedIn Live yesterday where I talked about the silos between sales and marketing, and when preparing for that I did some podcast listening research, and what I realized was that a huge reason why we failed so much has been that we don't really have shared values or a shared mission. Our values and mission, are they like, do we view them as boring or even naive? I had this epiphany of, we've never really talked about our values or a shared mission. So how can we expect that we would hold each other accountable, hold ourselves accountable, and fight together for the same cause, since we've never defined what that shared cause is? That would then turn into goals for Norders, at least for the fall, as sort of a test period would be results and accountability. Results for both Norders, but even more importantly so for our clients. So whenever we take on an activity that we perform for our clients as a Norders service, we need to foremost think, does this create results for the client? And the second one is accountability. And this part I'm mostly shameful about. We've been now working with the core Norders team for Ronnie joined me and Julie and Johannes at least 3 years ago, Sonia 2 years ago, Emin almost 2 years ago. We've had a disgusting tendency of promising things, of saying that we would do things and then just ghosting on them. And I feel shameful that I participate in that so much. I don't know why, how I've justified it for myself. I guess I even haven't. I really want to point out that the elephant in the room, and success that would be another clear value for Norders, that we need to be able to hold each other accountable. And if we say we're going to do something, we need to fucking do it. There's no way around it. Then if you're not sure if you can promise, then don't fucking promise. It really should be simple as that. I'm certain that is minimum requirement for successful teams. If not, then I don't want to participate. So, new Norders values, results, and accountability. What do you think? Makes sense? Can values be short term? Can we test them? Do those need to be something that's embedded into our DNA? Tactics and strategies and technologies and even people can change, but the values should remain. I don't know, man. Let's see what the management team says tomorrow. Maybe because I've worked in sales for so long, and maybe because I've been struggling to hit my numbers as a sales leader or as an entrepreneur for so long, so my mind is really set on revenue targets. Can't help it, can't escape it. I can't see any other shared mission for Norders to be than to hit our $500,000 goal this year and $1 million goal next year. That for me is the easiest discussion to go through quickly, but my only problem with that mission is that because it feels so obvious for me that there might be something wrong with it, so I'll be happy to throw that on the management team tomorrow as well. I've tried to work in stealth mode when it comes to leading the management team or being a CEO too much, because we've been so small time still. I have felt like it's been unnecessary resources, spent a lot of time on leadership stuff and management team culture and managing the management team and organizing our leadership, because it's been so small time still. But now after trying out this stealth mode of not putting effort and focus on management and leadership and organizational structure or OKRs or values and mission, I'm very confident, I see it clearly, that we need to focus on those. We need to take time for our management team, even if our management team is the same team that is in the trenches, even if our management team is the exact same team that does do the sales and does do the marketing, does do the customer service, does do the finance. We need to now create those processes and create that culture, create the culture for results and accountability, or otherwise we won't be able to grow sustainably. We need to allocate time for our management team to work together, to plan together, to analyze and iterate and be creative in a safe space. But in order to do so, we need those shared values and a shared mission, shared goal, clear objective for us to push forward together. That felt good to say out loud. I'm passionate about this. I'm nervous that others are not as passionate. I'm nervous I haven't earned their trust. I'm fearful that I don't have what it takes to lead this gang. I currently believe more in our gang than I believe in myself. I think Emin is doing amazing work. Just today seeing him at the expo, and he's killing it. Sonia, fucking savage. The team's doing great work. Do I have what it takes to make this team win together? That is to be seen. Let's see how much more time behind the wheel. 1 hour and 22 minutes. And then I'm gonna go for my afternoon run. Then I'm gonna pick up Emilia and not work today anymore. Okay, Saturday came to the office, do some content creation. Haven't seen anyone here at A-Grid, so pretty chill, making some videos. And this is how you take a YouTube thumbnail when you do this alone. Some self-timer magic, 3 pictures in 10 seconds. Start shooting, ready your spot, make some space for text, take a picture, take what you want. Oh, definitely do one, and I'll open. Let's see. Yeah, I can live with that. That works. I just love these weekends for work when there's no distractions, no notifications, really no emails, definitely no phone calls, absolutely no meetings. I can concentrate on creative work, work that I really love doing, and work that I too often can't feel like I can justify during the week. So I just love these quiet weekends when I get to focus on this kind of work, just making vlogs and building YouTube and LinkedIn content. Work definitely also works for me as a backbone. So when the future feels uncertain, like right now when we're pivoting the company, the market is tough, economic situation is unstable. So putting in the weekend work feels like I'm prepared for the rough seas and I'm playing the defense with my full capacity. And I've really started to understand that about me. So putting the weekend work in during these times, I love it. I go for it. I enjoy the journey. And now I shot the video. Now I edit the vlog. These are the final words. It was a really, really great week, if that counts for anything. Edit the vlog, edit the podcast, edit the long video, and ride the bike.